nearing the end of the Lucid Dream and Don't series we've been working on here, or like this next one we'll be covering is the last pre-chosen topic I had when I started making this series. Although I'll be making probably at least a couple more videos where my boy on YouTube had a couple other topics relating to this that he wanted me to touch on, so I'll be hopping into those next. And I guess on that same note, if anybody out there has something they want to cover kind of relating to this topic that they want me to hop on, send that my way now or soon at least, and I'll try to get on that before we really go ahead and switch topics here. But so this one, this is not so much a lucid dream and don't as it is kind of just like a warning, I guess, and a silly warning at that. So this one is the warning of don't spend too much time lucid dreaming. Okay, so when I first read that, I thought they must mean it as in like don't get super obsessed with the practice, right, or something, because being super obsessed with anything sucks, right, and is probably not that good for you overall. Like spending all your money on supplements and constantly waking up every 90 minutes trying to do the wake back to bed thing, and as a result of that being all tired and grumpy and shit the next day. But when you read into their reasonings, it's actually not what they mean. They actually mean like don't spend too much time lucid dreaming, like it's like it's that easy of a thing to do that's even like likely or possible, right? So this next quote I'm about to read is really just one of the silliest damn quotes I've ever read in my life. And I won't say what website I got it from, but if you just type this into Google word for word, you can probably find it. And this is, don't spend too much time lucid dreaming because, all right, because every second you spend in a lucid dream is one you're not spending in real life. Like, man, the person who feels the need to write that, I don't know what to say, man. That's just ridiculous. And then, later on, it kind of goes into more reasonable explanations, kind of along that same route. But so there might be interruptions in your sleep, which will make you tired the next day, and waking up feeling exhausted because the mind is working in the dream, so it doesn't get the quote unquote rest it needs. But man, both of those are just silly to me. Like, if you know how sleep cycles work and stuff like that, that's just not the case. Plus, when you're in REM, lucid, you're not going to wake up feeling any more tired unless you're doing kind of more advanced things like really pushing and extending your REM like cycle way longer because you just want the dream to keep going. So you just keep rebuilding it and re-solidifying it to, stay in the dream, where that taken to the extreme, right, where you can really push the dream out an extra like 30 minutes or something like that. That could really start to mess with your sleep cycle to some degree. But even then, if it did, you're talking one sleep cycle probably being screwed up, right? Because when we sleep at night, we hit multiple REM stages, right? Every 90 minutes, you pretty much hit a different REM stage. So if you screw up one of those cycles by doing the very difficult thing of just greatly extending your time in REM for there, every other one of those 90-minute chunks or sleep cycles, you're probably going through the regular state, because the chances of you being lucid in every single dream in a night is pretty slim. I mean, it can happen sometimes, but it's pretty rare. So I wouldn't bother, worrying about that happening. And then these other ones. So basically what they're trying to say is, you're gonna like the lucid dream so much, and it's gonna be better than your waking life, that you're gonna get depressed and shit because your dream life is better than your real life, or you're gonna use it to escape reality. And and then even say, oh, you could become depressed or something off that. Well, really, man, if that's the case, your depression probably isn't coming from your dreams. Your depression is probably coming from some messed up thing you got going on in your waking life that you have to fix. It's not the dreaming's problem. I mean, if anything, say for life is really hard, in reality, being able to escape occasionally, unless you can actually do this every single night, in your lucid dreams, it's a blessing, right? It's not nothing you should really be worrying about. Anyway, so that's all I got to say about that funny, needless warning.